This recipe is for a delicious pie made with caramelised onion, Lancashire cheese and new potatoes. It makes a lovely weekend supper or lunch. Now I'm going to start by warming up a pan and dropping in a couple of cubes of butter and a little bit of olive oil. And I've got 2 onions that I've sliced thinly. I'm going to add those to the pan with a pinch of sugar and some finely chopped rosemary. It's about 1 stalk. In that goes. Now this needs to cook gently for about 10 to 15 minutes until the onions really start to soften, and then raise the heat slightly and cook for a further 5 until they're really melting and dark golden. Now while those onions are softening, I'm just going to cook some potatoes. I've got Charlotte potatoes, but any salad potato would do. Pop them into your water, bring them to boil, and then cook them just until tender. And once they're both cooked, leave the onions to cool and then drain and slice the potatoes. Now for the pastry, I've got some ready-made short crust. I need just over half to line the base of my pie dish. So just shape it into a ball before you begin. Lightly dust the surface with a little bit of flour. Now we need to roll it out so it's just large enough to line your pie dish. That's probably large enough to line my pie dish. I'm going to roll it onto my pin and then just lay it in. There we go. You might need to just adjust it slightly, but try not to stretch it while you're moving it about. And just press any overhang onto the rim. And now we're going to start the filling. Now I've got my potatoes here, they've cooled and I've sliced them. Just going to arrange a layer in the base of the pie. Then on top of that, I'm just going to sprinkle some of those caramelised onions. And they're absolutely melty and lovely and soft, so just spread them around. I've got some grated Lancashire cheese here. Sprinkle that over. A little bit of chopped parsley. And I'm just going to dot over some creme fraiche. And then I'm going to continue to layer up. So again, more potatoes. Another layer of those lovely caramelised onions. And then the cheese, and parsley, and then some more of the creme fraiche, and this is going to melt really nicely and mix with the cheese to create a creamy sauce to surround our potatoes. So final layer now. It's looking absolutely gorgeous. Let's pop that over there. I'm just going to move this aside while I roll out the lid. So again, just a little bit of flour on the board. And then just lightly shape the other half of the pastry into a ball just to make rolling out a little bit easier for yourself. Let's just roll it up. Bring the pie dish close to you and then dip your brush into some milk and run it along the edge of the pastry. We're just going to make sure the 2 edges stick together. And then carefully lay it over the top. Now press down. And then with a small knife, just trim off the edge. Hold it quite vertical to the side of the pie dish. Just getting rid of that excess pastry. There we go. And then just crimp the edges by pinching and pushing all the way around to seal it really firmly. To make sure it's got that lovely golden colour, let's just brush the surface with a little bit more milk. And that needs to go into the oven for about half an hour until it's heated all the way through and it's lovely and golden brown. There we have a delicious caramelised onion, cheese and potato pie.